My sweet suffering, all my sorrow. I share them with you. Let's duel!
Welcome to this installment of the Digimon 30-Day Challenge as part of Digimon Month 2019 here on the Code Crown YouTube channel. Originally, I found this on Twitter via the user Dorumiko, and while I completed this challenge back from September to October 2018, I thought it might be fun to do it over for Digimon Month 2019 and have the chance to expand on some of my answers outside the limits of the Twitter text limit, as well as maybe see if my answers have changed or evolved since then. Puns. So let's get cracking with today's question.
This is my second time going to record this now because Dopey here left the mic off when he was finished streaming last night. Just plugged it into the phone and carried on as normal, didn't even bother to check. And I got into a really good stride on this question. So day 27 is asking, would you ever have a Digimon as a pet? And I have to ask, in which context? I'm hoping I can get into the ramble and the... Anyway, basically, it came down to what sort of context, because I'm at an age now where I can't bring a VPET to work, all right? I'm not going to be able to constantly be checking on it, cleaning up after it, training it, feeding it, right? And if that's what I have to do while my sentient cat monster or sentient worm just sits idly bored in my Digivice while, I make sales calls all day, that's not going to be fun for myself or the Digimon. If I can let it out of the Digivice during my lunch breaks and feed it food from the canteen, or, get it something from the store, or just let it go off and forage on its own, if they've got the same level of sentience that they're shown to have in, in the anime and manga ends of the franchises over, say, the video game or VPET ends of the franchise, I am all for that. But I have pets, right? I love my cats. I love my budgies, right? I've two birds and two cats. Well, three. Just the third one is rarely home. And when he does, well, we don't get along. But I love him all the same. All right? And one thing I love about cats, right, and probably why I would be like, yeah, sure, give me a Tailmon or a Meikumon, is cats are very self-sufficient and can look after themselves when you're not able to. And that's not to say I wouldn't love a doggo to come home to and go, who's a good boy? Oh, yeah, and fawn over it. Couldn't see myself raising a Doberman, though. Or, or a Garurumon. Gabumon, maybe. He's small and cuddly and cute enough that I'd get away with that. But if I have to look at raising an Agumon in the same respect as raising a gecko or an iguana or something, I'm probably not going to. Or if I have to raise a wormmon, like I would keep an aquarium, not an aquarium. What the hell? What's an aquarium for spiders called? You know what I mean, anyway, right? But if I can interact with the level of sentience they're shown to have in the anime and manga ends of the franchise, again, I'm all for that. They might be bored while I'm working away, and if they are, I can release them from the Digivice. They can go off and play and have fun with, by themselves. Or they can hang around with me until lunch break or something, and I can feed them from the canteen, or again, as I said, the store. But I just wouldn't have the time to devote to the VPET end of things with raising, training, cleaning up poop, and all that stuff on a 24/7 basis. And so it all comes down to context. Sure, it would be really fun to have a Digimon as a pet. But I think classifying a Digimon as a pet is insulting to the Digimon because, they've a level of sentience there that, has to be respected. They're not like Pokemon. People can keep Pokemon as pets, and a lot of Pokemon are suited to being household cats and Hell, they did originally start as just being magical creatures that lived alongside regular creatures. It's why Raichu was originally able to take down an Indian elephant. Guess what he can't do anymore because the lore has evolved. You know? So it's a very interesting question. And I don't want to say, oh yeah, if I got all the fun and none of the responsibility, it would be great. But I kind of am, because that's the kind of age I'm at and I have to look at these things seriously. But I would love to have been able to have something like a Wormmon or a Tailmon or a Mekumon or something as a kid and grow up with it, you know, in, you know, analogous to 02 and the epilogue. God forbid the epilogue, but you get the context I'm coming from. Anyway, I didn't think I'd be rambling on this long about this question, but I found it interesting, and I sort of had to weigh the pros and cons of it. So I hope I wasn't too rambly, but as with all of these videos, let me know in the comments down below if you would keep a Digimon as a pet, or how you feel about the idea of the situation as a whole. And I will see you back next time for episode 28. Gosh, 28. We're so close to the end. But episode 28 will see me answer the question of, do I prefer dub terms or do I prefer sub terms? And I'm kind of hoping that this challenge has given an insight into that. So you may be able to guess the answer before I even make the video. Anyway, have a great day, and I will see you again. Ta-ta, and love you all. Like and subscribe, please.